It was a lovely Sunday. I had packed a basket of food for me and Joe. I had fried some chicken, baked some sweet potatoes, collard greens, spicy cornbread, some peach pies, and lemonade. I had headed towards the barn, but Joe was standing in front of the barn and he signaled me to go into the direction of the river. So I went into the direction of the river. There was an old boathouse down by the river. Master Kelly kept his boats there. The river was one of the roadways to the towns nearby. We sat, and Joe said, "Sapphire, look at those butterflies. They just fly anywhere they want to, when they want to. They just spend their day flying around and looking beautiful." I had to agree. It was the most beautiful sight to behold. The water in the river was flowing so slowly in the background, and the sun was shining down on the river like butter icing on a cake. Life at that moment couldn't have been any better. Everything, everywhere, for once, meant nothing to me. Just life at that moment. Joe took me by my hand and led me into the boathouse. He turned me and looked at me so tenderly, ever so tenderly. I wanted to cry because he had never gave me a look like that before. He looked through me, down to my soul. It made me shiver because the butterflies that were dancing outside the boathouse were not dancing inside my stomach. We left the food outside, we left the world outside. He laid me down on the floor. And I thought, oh, this is so dirty. But I caught myself. He lay beside me and embraced me in his arms, staring into my eyes with his hand. He started raising my dress. I was so nervous. I was shaking so bad. I didn't plan to feel like that, but I didn't want to do it here on the floor. This wasn't right. My heart was beating so loud because I wanted to do it, but not like this. Oh, my heart was pounding. The pounding was so loud, it sounded like footsteps. The boathouse door flung open, and it was Master Kelly. If looks could kill, he pulled Joe up off the floor and was taken by the boathouse. And he looked at me and he said, "Sapphire, go up to the house." I ran up to the big house. I was never so scared. Not for me, but for Joe, because I knew Mr. Sneed would kill him. I ran up to Miss Liza's room and I begged her, "Please, Miss Liza, stop it. Don't let him beat her, please. Stop it, I'll do anything. Please don't let Mr. Sneed beat Joe." I told her what happened down at the boathouse. She rushed to the door, and Master Kelly bust through the door, and he was headed towards me like an out-of-control locomotive, with his fist raised and ready to press my skull in. At that moment, our eyes met, and I smiled, and I closed closed my eyes because I wanted him to kill me. Kill me. End it all. Let me go. I couldn't take it anymore. Without Joe, there was no reason for me to live. The reason I kept coming back to this place while traveling the world with Miss Liza was because of Joe. I could have ran away, but I didn't. I didn't. So I'm ready to end it all. Miss Liza jumped in front of me and she told Master Kelly, if you touch her, I'll leave this godforsaken place forever. Now get out of my room and don't you ever put your hands on her. Do you hear me, Papa? Now, I had finally opened one eye. Master Kelly and I both were in shock. He pulled back and he said, I don't have time for this. I'll deal with this later when I get back from Virginia dealing with this war business. I'll deal with both of you. Miss Liza shouted again, get out of my room and don't you ever come back in here without knocking. He stormed out of the room and she turned to me and she said, Sapphire, don't come out of this room tonight. Not until I tell you to. I got to get down there and stop Mr. Sneed. Because she knew Joe didn't have a chance. Miss Liza finally made it back. And I asked her, how was Joe? She said he was beat up pretty bad. Old Patty and some of the boys took her down to Mammy's shack. I said, Mammy let Joe come in her shack? She said she had no choice. I had so much running through my mind. I said, Miss Liza, why did you jump in front of me like that? You never did anything like that before. She stared at me and she said, because you're my sister under the skin. And the tears were running down both of our faces. Because we knew what we shared in private had now been exposed. She climbed in her bed and I laid on my cot. And I stared at the ceiling till the world disappeared.